Yeah, this tractor is called a Hart Parr, H-A-R-T-P-A-R-R. It was built in Iowa. Manufacture date is approximately 1930. The engine is a 4-cylinder engine, has 675 cubic inches of displacement. That's a huge engine. That's about 9 liters for the metric-minded people. And it produces all of 50 horsepower. It was originally built to run on kerosene. And we use gasoline. It's a little better behaved, not quite as bad on the engine.
I always call this this was kind of like a barn engine. When they built this, they built the chassis. They have the wheels and the I-beam frame. Then somebody said, well, we need a motor. So they put a motor on it. They said, well, we need a transmission, so they built the transmission here. It's just bolted on. Well, let's put a radiator on. They put a radiator on it. And so this is just a tractor built out of component parts. You know, you just build a radiator and a tank. And there seems to be no really method other than just what you need. And they just bolted it on this frame. So I always called it a barn engine because it's just like you just started in the barn and built a tractor.
First we're going to do a quick walk around. Check the water. Yep, the water. Make sure all the tires are aired up properly.
Yeah.
The oil pump, a few cranks, get the oil started.
What are you doing now?
This is one of the unusual pieces on this tractor is the oil pump. It has a different oil pump for each sliding surface in the engine. So there are 11 individual pumps, each of which is, you can adjust the output of each pump so that each bearing gets the proper amount of oil. The oil is not reused. It is collected in the bottom in one of the gear cases, and about once a week you dump it out on the ground. So EPA does not like this tractor. Here's the magneto. The tractor doesn't have a battery, but it generates its own spark current internally to this thing here whenever you turn the crank. This is the governor that controls the speed of it. And you can see from looking at the video, this thing turns pretty slowly. The flywheel is over there. Weighs probably 400 pounds. The engine on this thing is a combination of 2 earlier engines. The earlier engines were 2-cylinder engines, and they had put 2 of them together on a single crankcase, a single crankshaft to make a 4-cylinder engine. The output is 50 horsepower to the belt right over there. By the time you get back to the output, transmission and the drawbar, it's only 28 horsepower. So it's not very efficient, but it has lasted a long time.